So everybody take a comfortable seat. Make sure my timers are on here. Yeah. Okay. We're going to sit away from the chair, the back of the chair. Feet are well grounded. And just bring your hands to your thighs for a moment and just arrive. Find that really lovely posture, which we call mountain pose. Sits bones are grounded. You can kind of shift yourself to feel that. Feet are well grounded. Shoulders relaxed. Crown of the head lifts. Eyes are open and wide. We're going to start right in the beginning with our tapping. So you know the move we make called big hug, where you go like this with your hands and you give yourself a big hug? We're going to do the big hug, but tap ourselves when we do it. You're just going to swing your arms and give yourself a big hug. And when you're doing that, you're kind of tapping around but maybe below the shoulder blades on your body. Just let your arms swing. You don't have to go my pace. You can go your pace. And just give yourself little taps. Getting the blood flow going in the body. Also, your heart rate might go up a little bit with this because your arms are swinging. Feels kind of good just to let go. Let the arms be heavy and swing. Now I'm going to change the arms a little bit and you can decide which version you want to do. One version would be take one hand to the opposite shoulder and tap behind the shoulder like this. The other version would be tap in front of the chest, maybe with a fist. So if you cannot get your arm up with your elbow up to touch behind your shoulder, just tap in front of the chest. We're tapping different parts of the meridian system, but either way, you're still tapping on the body and getting your blood circulating, waking up the energy. So just swing your arms. Let your arms just go, whoo, whoo, swing them out. Don't worry about my pace. Just do it your pace. Feet are still grounded. You're still sitting at the edge of your chair. Now let's go back to big hugs. Big hugs. All right, slow the big hugs down. And then just give yourself a big hug. Nice and slow. Reach around. Reach as far as you can. That feels okay for your shoulders. Give yourself a little rock. Open your arms and we'll go the other way. A little rock. And now let your arms rest down, rest them on your legs. Notice just sort of the awakening of your body. Maybe mostly your upper body. You might feel your thighs a little waken up because you use your muscles to keep your knees right where they are. Let's bring the hands together and interlace your fingers. Notice how you're interlacing because we'll switch the interlace. Turn the palms away from you if that works for your arms. If not, you can keep them towards you. But if you can push them away, push them away. You can always have the elbows bent or maybe straighten the arms. And feel the stretch on your inner wrists, your hands, pressing out. And then inhale your hands back. And then press them down to the left. Turn your head to the right. So when you press them down, just like you're trying to press something away, inhale up and press the other way. Turn your head the other direction. My knees are still over my ankles. I haven't moved my hips or anything. I'm just moving my upper body. Now switch the cross. So take your hands out and cross the other way. It's going to feel a little weird. And then same thing, press away. Press away best you can. Stretch those inner wrists. The back of the arms feel stretching. Across the back is stretching. And then inhale, we're going to take ourselves hands down to the right, head turns to the left. And here I'm just pressing whatever feels good. Maybe your arms are out here to press, maybe they press down. Just do it with what's available to you. Inhale, twist to the other side, press your hands down and away, turn your head the other direction. Nice big inhale, exhale, bring your hands, rest them down. Notice how you feel. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to combine some facial movement with some shoulder shrugs and releases. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to squinch up our shoulders and squinch up your face, like everything squinches together. And then we're going to release slowly. Let the shoulders relax and say S, 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 like you're letting air out of the tires when you release down. All right. So that's our combination. So squinch your shoulders, your fists, you've made fists. Make your face into a big squinch. And then release it with a air blowing out of your tires. Let's do that 2 more times. Squinch up, squinch your face really tight. My face is gonna look funny on YouTube. You guys won't be seen. And let it out with the sound of an S. Think of letting the air out of the tires, releasing, relaxing down. One more time. Fists, shoulders, face, squinched. And then just do the opposite. Let the air out. All right, relax your hands, maybe shake out a little bit, roll your shoulders a little bit. We're going to do a little breath work now. So this is an easy flow with the arms. So my arms are down by my sides. I've still got my feet grounded. My knees are tracking over my ankles. I'm going to lift my arms with the palms facing down. I'm going to lift them on my inhale, just to shoulder height or maybe below. Exhale, widen the arms and bring them down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms wide. And oh, inhale. Let me do something different. Let's inhale the arms up and exhale the hands down, just in front. That's really what I wanted to do. The other one's kind of nice too, but this is what I want to do. So just let the hands sort of float up, relax the shoulders, inhaling as the arms come up, and exhaling as the hands come down. Just to shoulder height, so the shoulders stay relaxed, your belly is gently engaged, sitting up nice and tall. Now we'll go out the sides. Make it easy. Just a bird flow. You've got wings going out to the side. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as they come down. Just move with your breath. The top of the inhale, the arms reach whatever your height is. And the bottom of the exhale, the arms are returning back down and relaxing down. One more time, inhaling up. And exhaling down. All right, let's do a little bit with the neck. So some of you have done this with me before. It's called dragon stretching its tail. Let's take our hands and we're going to bend our elbows and have our hands face us. We're turning our head to the right like we're reading a book. So our hands are like the open pages of a book. So we're inhaling to do that. And when we exhale, we press away and turn your head the other direction. So press away. You're flexing your wrists. Hands are coming back. Stretch, stretch, stretch across the back of the shoulder, front of the shoulder, and side of the shoulder. Inhale, hands back. Look at your book. Exhale, press away, turn your head the other direction. So if your arms want to go further down at more of an angle to stretch, you're welcome to do that. And your hands might be here when you look at your book. So you go with your breath a few times. Let's go 2 more times. Inhaling, look at your book. Exhaling, press it away. Inhale, look at your book. Exhale, press it away. Turn your head the opposite direction. Let the hands drop down. Just notice how one side of your body feels versus the other. Again, when we do the press away, we're really working a stretch in the back of the shoulder, the top, the lateral delts, and even the front delts. So let's go ahead and bring your hands, your book up to the left. Take a look at it, and then press it away. So the back arm feels pretty comfortable stretching. The front arm is where it's a little more effort, and you're getting an extra stretch across the back of the shoulder. Inhale. And exhale, turning your head opposite direction, whatever feels okay for your neck. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then let your hands rest down. Roll your shoulders out. Make sure I got it all. We have one more. This one's fun. This is called a pinky flow. So we're going to take our pinky fingers and bring them together towards each other. So now your book is in the front. Now I'm going to say, lift your elbows just to where it feels okay to you. Some of us might be able to lift the elbows up, and as if the pinky fingers were flowing behind our head, open the elbows and then press out. Wrists are flexed. Bring the pinkies together again. So again, you may be doing that at a lower level. Do it what's available. I want your shoulders to be relaxed. So here's our pinkies. Relax shoulders, lift the elbows to where it's available to you. Maybe you stop here and press out. See how my hands are flexed? I'm really pulling back. Bring your pinkies together. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press out. If it's available to you, really bring those elbows up. Go ahead and do it because you'll stretch your triceps that way. I guess anybody's stretching their triceps when you're going to your limit. So go to what feels like a stretch in the triceps and then stretch the arms out. Tops of the arms are stretched, bottom of the arms are stretching, so are the top. Bring the hands together. One more time, lift up. Maybe as you do this, it becomes more available to do that. Feels kind of good, doesn't it? And then go ahead and release your hands down. And we're going to come to just a little bit of breath work now. So we did all that movement, relaxing out the shoulders, sort of tapping the body, getting the energy moving. So take your hands to your thighs, close your eyes, sitting nice and tall still. Just follow your breath in and out the nostrils. Maybe a count of 4 in and 4 out. Teeny little pauses between the inhale and exhale. Not square breath, just even breath. 3 breaths in and 3 breaths out, or 4 or 5, whatever works for you. Usually a 4 count makes it a little bit deeper, a little more intentional for you to do that breath. Closing your eyes. Feeling the breath as you inhale. Imagine it can move all the way through the top of the head, the crown of the head. And as you exhale, imagine it moving down from the crown of your head all the way through the tailbone. So your count of 4, relaxing it out. Give me 2 more rounds of your deeper breath and then return to your natural breathing. All right. Okay, we're going to get into our regular stretches for our side body, our twists, our cats, our cows. So let's start with some side stretches. Sitting at the edge of your chair, feet grounded, knees lined up with your ankles. So make sure this is staying right here where it is. You can take your right hand to the side of the chair or let it dangle down. Left arm starts down, palms turning away. And then let's inhale that arm up to where it's good, comfortable for you, is what feels like a stretch. And then reach. If it's out here, that's okay. If it's up here, that's okay. I want you to reach first and then side bend over. So right to the side, left hip stays down, inhale up. And let's do that side 2 more times. Inhale the arm up, side bend over. Only go to a place that feels good, that you're under control, your core is engaged, there's no pain in your back. You may not go over as far as me, you might go over further than me. What works for you today may not be what works for you tomorrow. Let's go to the left. Left arm reaches up. Reach it up and then go over. So lengthen before you bend to the side. Again, you can always hold the chair if that helps you feel more stable, or let the arm dangle, and that'll give you a little more core work. Inhaling up, reach up. Maybe even look up at your hand. Exhale over. One more time. This is more breath work, right? More deep breath at 4 count. And exhale over. Hand comes down. Let's bring your hands to goalposts. Spread your fingers wide. Let's do starfish. So fingers are wide like a starfish. And then claws. So all my knuckles are bent. All my knuckles are bent. So in my fingers, starfish, claws, starfish, claws. Now take each finger to the thumb and then lift it back up. Now, without take each finger and see if you can bend it in independently. Thumbs, second finger, everybody else doesn't get involved. Try it. Third finger. Woo! Fourth finger. Fifth finger. Good. Roll your wrists. Shake them out. Flick me. Good. All right. Now we'll do some twists. I want to get a little wrist in there. Okay. So let's start with the goalpost hands again. And we're going to twist to the right. Hands are in goalpost. And then I want you to take that left hand and bring it to your right knee or outside your right knee and extend the right arm back. Turn around so the twist is above the belly button and you're going to look back over your right hand. Take that right hand and start to make figure eights, so infinity signs. You're rolling the elbow and the shoulder, and you're going to bring those infinity signs all around to the front of the body until you make an X. Slide the left hand out, twist to the left, reach the arm back if that's comfortable for you. Did you see my knees? They wanted to go in. No, we want them to keep nice and parallel. Look back over the left hand, reaching back, and then start the same thing. Whatever you want to call this, a figure eight, an infinity sign, like you're painting a wall. So we're just trying to get the rotation in the shoulder, some movement there, and bring it over. Cross your arms. So our arms are now crossed. I want you to slide them back to your hips. Reach for your shirt and pretend to take your shirt off. So you're going to lift your arms and your elbows and go as high as only is comfortable for you. Stop at the top. So you got stuck. You're taking your shirt off, but you can't get it off all the way. So it looks like we're looking out the window, right? Maybe your window is here. It's okay. So I'm holding onto my elbows. You might be holding on your forearms or your wrists. And I'm going to turn my head and see if I can get my nose to maybe touch the window, maybe not. Depends on where your arms are. But just turning your head all the way to the right. Look out the right side of the window. Turn your head to the center and look all the way to the left. And then lift your arms up, straight up to the sky. Ground your feet, arms lift high. Pull your belly in, shoulders relax down. And then let the arms float down like there's no muscle. They just are going to float down like feathers, 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 softly down. Good. All right, cat and cow time. So we did side bends, we did twists. Now the two more motions at the back that we always want to do every day is an extension and flexion of the spine. So we did side to side twist. Now we have extension flexion. Let's start with the hands down, palms out. Again, sitting at the edge of the chair, knees are over the ankles, core is engaged. We're going to do cat pose first. So inhale, and when you exhale, act as if you're trying to hug a tree. And you're going to bring your belly button back, maybe round your back a little bit. And when you open up, palms turn up and lift your heart up to the sky. Keep your feet grounded. Hug the tree, exhaling. Inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, hug the tree, round it out. Pull your belly button back too, protects your low back. Keep your belly slightly engaged. Lift your heart. One more time. And lifting the heart represents our cow pose. And then relax your hands down. Next, we're going to do wide leg hip circles. Let me move this out of the way. So what's wide legs for you? You decide. I want your knees wider than your hips and your feet slightly turned out. So your knees are over your ankles. Now, some of us might go wider than others, but what we're going to do is we're going to be doing circles with the hips. So bring your hands to your hips. The upper body is going to stay long. We're not going to bend it forward. We're going to take maybe a hinge forward from the hip and then a little hinge to the side, maybe a little heart lift, hinge to the back and here. So what we're doing is we're shifting our weight from one sits bone to the other. I know I do this with you. I imagine the other teachers do as well. As we do this circle with the hips, keep the knees wide. They may want to fall in or one might want to change direction. So keep the feet grounding and the knees wide. You can bring your hands to your thighs if that feels good to help you get the circle done. So it's a tiny bit of a forward fold if that works for you. Otherwise, you're just shifting from one sits bone to the other and you can feel some warmth and some movement at the hip joint where you're hinging one direction then the other, and I'll go the other way. Just reverse, spine as long as it can be. So you're in your best posture. You're taking that best posture in a circle. And then meet me back in neutral with your legs wide. Let's do a little bit just with relaxing the hips. So I've got my heel lifted. I'm on the ball of my right foot. I'm going to have my right hand on my knee, relax my hip, and let my hand move my knee. And doing that, I'll move my femur in the hip socket. So we're just getting a range of motion, a little mobility here, feeling out the hip. So if you try to muscle this with your leg, it's a whole different feel than relaxing at the hip and using your hand on your knee to control the in and out. And then let that leg down, we'll go the other side. And just a little isolation in each hip. So you can even feel the difference. If I let go and go like this versus if I relax and move it, I actually get more range if I relax my hip and move it. I told a class this morning, when you go to the physical therapist, you say, oh, I can't lift my shoulder. And they say, just relax. And then they get your shoulder in all kinds of directions, right? You're relaxing and they're doing the range of motion movement for you. So that's sort of what I'm saying here. Go ahead and bring your feet down. All right, let's do figure 4. So feet are parallel. And this is where, you may want to block or 2 blocks. If you cannot cross your leg, your ankle to your knee, you can always 1 or 2 blocks. I'll do it with 2 just to show. The leg just turns out here. So you have the turnout. You're getting the inner thigh stretch that we're looking for. Otherwise, go ahead and lift into your figure 4. And here, I want you to sit as tall as possible. And if this is enough, you got enough stretch on your inner thigh and your outer hip, just stay here. Take a few breaths. Breathe into the stretch. If you want any more, and that's not necessary at all, remember how we hinge slightly forward from the hip crease? You can do that as well. So it's the heart that moves forward, not the head. So the heart moves forward. You feel a little stretch in the low back there. So I want you to be careful if you do that little hinge forward. All right. Flex that right foot. So think about your toes, your ankles, and your knees all in the same plane. All right. If you hinge forward, sit up, bring that foot down. Again, We'll go the other side. You might have one hip is behaving differently than the other. You might want support for one side and not the other. Come to your version of figure 4. And as best possible, keep that foot flexed. So and spread the toes. Forgot to say that on the first side. Spread the toes. Give them some space. And you can add the hinge only if it feels good. And it might not feel good on one side, and you just stay away from it. Not necessary. The goal is to stretch the outer hip and the inner thigh. Are you breathing? If you're holding your breath, you've gone too far. Inhale up, bring that foot down, and let me slide my blocks out of the way. We're going to do a little bit to prepare for our ladder. So when we do our ladder flow, we're going to be lifting the knee a bit. So you can decide, well, how deeply you want to, or how high to lift the knee. Let's first just lift the right knee and take our hands like a under our thighs like a hammock. And you decide, maybe you lift just a tiny bit, maybe you lift a little higher. And if you can bring the knee in, bring it in. Keep the other foot grounded. And some of us might prefer to bring our hands in front of our shin to lift it up. So just take it to where it feels good. And we'll do this just a couple times, like a slow march. Left leg will lift. Slide your hands under. Or your shins. Again, if this is your lift of your leg and your flexion, that's fine. Go to what feels right in your body right now. So let's go to the right again. Lift it up. Place it down to the left. Right now, I've actually got my hands hammocking, but I can still feel my knee pulling up, and I'm sitting up nice and tall. So the tall part of it doesn't go away, right? We're sitting in our mountain pose in the chair. Let's go one more time just to get ready for what we're going to be doing. So this march, give us a little heat in the hips. And the last thing we'll do also to get ready for our stretch, we're going to take our heel to the ground. So your traditional hamstring stretch. Now, if it doesn't feel good to put your heel on the ground, you can always put a block there and put your heel on the block. The goal of the pose is to stretch your hamstring and your calf and your Achilles heel. Heel to the ground or the block, toes to the sky. Hips are grounded. My left leg is staying right where it was, knees bent over the ankle. And best you can, wherever you are with the foot, see if you can have the toes reach for your face. Have the toes really reach for your face and feel the stretch in your hamstrings. And now point. So stretch across the top of your foot. Make it as straight as possible. Toes pointing straight forward, or maybe they actually point down a little bit, depends on the flexibility in your toes. Come back up, heels up, toes up, flex, and point. And then slide the block over, or if you're not using a block, we're going to extend the left leg, do the same thing. Heel to the ground, nice and stable, toes to the sky. Just really work that flexion of the ankle and stretching in the back of the leg. And my toes, they want to reach me. When you do that, you really feel a difference in the calf. Feel the air between your toes. You can even wiggle those toes. And then point across the top of the foot. So the heel stays right where it is. Try to bring your whole foot down to the ground and point. Stretch the whole top. And then come back to a flex. And then a point. And then slide it in. And we're ready for our ladder flow. So you don't need blocks for this. And if you needed blocks for any of the warm-ups that we did, just make sure that if you can't straighten your leg when I stretch my leg out, if you have to have it bent and on the ground, that's absolutely fine. And if there's something that I say to do, like lift your arms over your head, just lift to where it's comfortable for you. Or if you can't do it at all, just imagine yourself doing it and then catch us at the next step, all right? So this is supposed to be fun, and we'll see if the teacher remembers all the ladder stuff. So there's 5 rungs to the ladder. And rung 1 gets done 5 times, rung 2 gets done 4 times, rung 3, 3 times, rung 4, 2 times, and rung 5 just 1 time. We might run it twice just for fun. So, are you guys ready? And see if you can remember, you can anticipate what's next as we move through it. So the first rung of the ladder, we're sitting at the edge of our chair, knees are bent, ankles under the knees. So your perfect posture, your mountain pose, arms down by your sides, relax your shoulders. Crown of the head lifts. So you've got your beautiful posture. First rung, arms are going to reach forward. If you can, they reach over your head. Feet are grounded. Exhale, arms down. That's rung 1. You're going to do that a lot. Okay, we go to rung 2, we repeat rung 1. So get on rung 1, step on rung 1, inhale the arms up, exhale down. Rung 2, inhale the arms up or forward, wherever you can take your arms, and we're going to do that little hinge with the heart moving forward, hinge from the hips, and then lift back up. If you can't hinge, just leave your arms straight up to the sky, exhale down. That's easy, rung 1 and 2. Let's go back to rung 1. Inhale the arms up, exhale down. Rung 2, inhale the arms up. Exhale, a slight hinge if that's available to you, folding forward, long spine. Inhale up, arms come down. Rung 3, inhale the arms up. Exhale, draw your knee into your chest. So again, we're lifting the knee, you're flexing and you're at the hip and you come as high as you can. When you get there, we're going to circle the ankle. One direction and then the other. Bring that foot down, inhale your arms up. Exhale, left leg, circle the ankle. Once you get your knee in the position that's comfortable for you, circle the ankle. And then come down. One of my timers is going off. I think I turned it off. Okay. Back to rung 1. Remember? What's rung 1? Inhale up. Exhale down. Rung 2. Inhale up. Exhale. Forward fold. Just a little bit. Inhale up. Exhale down. Rung 3. Inhale up. Exhale, draw your knee. Again, where's your knee going to go? Some of us go here, some of us won't go as far. Circle the ankles. One direction then the other. Right leg will come down. Inhale the arms up again. Nice big breath. And when you exhale, draw the left knee to where it's going to come for you. I'm finding holding behind my thigh like a hammock of my leg is really nice. Doesn't feel so much effort. Go ahead and bring that one down. Now, rung 4. Do I remember? Yes. Okay, rung 4. When we lift our arms up, we're going to lift our foot up as well. So the right foot is up, arms are up. And then we're going to bring the knee in with the toe pointing down. So stretching the top of the foot. Inhale the arms up, extend the leg back out again. Foot is flexed. Exhale down. Inhale the arms up. Draw your knee. I did it wrong. Inhale the arms up, legs out. Left leg out. And then bend the knee. Draw it in. Point your toe. Stretch across the top of your foot. Extend it back out again with a foot flexed if you can. And if that's to the floor, that's fine. Exhale down. All right, I told you, teacher may not remember. So we did 4 rungs. We're going to go to the 5th one now. We have to start at rung 1. Are you ready? Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands down. That's rung 1. We're going all the way to the top. Inhale the arms up. Exhale. What's next? Do you remember? Forward fold. Inhale the arms up and then exhale down. What's next? Anybody remember? Inhale up. Does the teacher remember? Draw your knee in. So we're going right to a bent knee and circling the ankles. Releasing down, inhale the arms up, we'll go to the other side. And flex that at the hip and circle the ankles. Still sitting as tall as possible. And inhale the arms up, exhale the hands down. Rung 4. Inhale, arms up, leg out, flex foot. Bend the knee. Point the foot down to the floor, toes down to the floor. Inhale, arms up, leg out. Again, this could be straight out on the mat with the heel to the ground. Exhale, bring that foot in, arms come down. Left leg is going to lift. This time I'll put my heel to the ground since I haven't demoed that yet. And then I'm going to come into my flexed ankle, pointing the foot. So really feel a stretch there. Stretch it like you mean it. That's a Kathy Reese. That's a Kathy Reese. And then I'm going to put my foot down, but if you want to extend it out, flex the foot. Draw your foot back in. All right, grand finale. Rung 5. Arms are going to come up and both legs will come out, heels to the ground. So this time, don't stretch them high. Keep your heels on the ground, toes flex back, arms are up. And then exhale, hands come in front. So this is what is called a vinyasa. So this is representing plank right now. And then if you want, we can add the down dog. We can hinge a little bit forward. So it's like you're in a V shape, a little forward. And then when you inhale, we're going to draw the hands all the way back to our chest and draw your upper arms and your shoulder blades together. That's your locust pose. And then exhale back into down dog or just straight up with your arms forward. And then bring the hands back by the chest. Inhaling, drawing your upper arms together. Come back to down dog or plank. And then hands come down. Resting by your sides. You want to do the whole thing one more time? Let me see my time. We have enough time. We do. Let's do it one more time. You all right with that? I can't tell. All right. Let's inhale the arms up. Rung 1. Exhale down. How about if I don't talk? Rung 2. Rung 3. Rung 4. Rung 5. Clap for yourself. I'll clap for me. Okay, that is it for our ladder flow. Now, on to agility. So for agility, again, you have the option of staying in the chair. Some of them will work really well in the chair, and some of them won't work as well. I'm going to stand. Some of these are from Bob and Brad Big, and some of them are from a similar thing that is about especially for people with Parkinson's, where you want to go as big as you can. So when we sweep our arms out, you want to make it as big as you can with muscle control. All right. So I don't want to like injure our arms. But the first one is called Alleluia. And I'm going to stand up to demo it. I'm going to do all of these standing. If you want to stay in the chair, you can stay in the chair. And if you are standing, I'm going to bring the chair to the side. You can have your chair right next to you so that you can reach it. So have it maybe in the middle of your mat. Right now, I have so many little props here. Make sure everything's out of the way. And there's room to step forward. So it's up to you, chair or standing. So if you're in the chair, or if you're standing, even in the chair, you can step a foot forward and arms are going to reach out and up, and you're going to say, Alleluia. And then you're going to step back to 2 feet. And then you're going to step forward again, arms wide, Alleluia. And then step back. And then the third is arms reach back, step forward with the right foot. So I'm always stepping forward with the right foot and then step back. So the 3 Alleluias, again, the chair, you can just bring your foot forward and the arms go in 3 directions. Now let's go with the left. If you feel like you want to bring the chair over to the left, or maybe you can still just reach with your right hand, even though you're using your left leg. Maybe step back a little bit. My head's cutting off. All right, let's step the left foot forward and Alleluia, and step back. To the middle, Alleluia, and step back. And still left foot, arms go down, reach back and down, and then come on back in. Look, teacher lost her balance. All right, that's our one move one. All right, next move we have is called half dance. So does anybody remember Staying Alive, the song Staying Alive, Bee Gees? And remember the dance they did? So half dance, we'll start with the left foot and the left hand. My feet start parallel. And if you're in the chair, you can step the foot out to the side. If you're standing, I want you to step the foot out and step into it, but the arm is going to come up like the Bee Gees and then come back down again. Staying alive, ha, 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 staying alive. You can even sing it. You don't have to go as fast as me, but this is the idea. Reach out, hinge over to the side, sort of that direction, little side step, and come back in. All right, we're going to go to the other side. Your chair is nearby if you need it, if you're standing. Again, if you're seated, you can still stretch your foot out and reach your arm out and sing. Ready? Staying alive, staying alive. I guess they put the arm more up like this. I don't know. John Travolta. How old was he when he did that? I don't know. He's been around for a long time and he's still around. So he was pretty young. We're stepping out, staying alive. I'm a terrible singer. I know it. All right. Shake it out. Shake it out. Next one. It's going to be ski pole. So if you're in the chair, you want to sit towards the edge of the chair because we're going to just, those of us that are standing are going to be softening our knees and just skiing. We're just swinging our arms and softening our knees. So in the chair, just swing your arms. Now make sure you're not hitting the sides of your chair. So just let your arms swing down and swing up and let them swing and let the knees soft and then lift and a little bit of strengthening in the thighs. Get a little twist into too. Fun. Heart rate might come up a little bit. And then relax it out. Shake it out. I have 2 more here. So this one's called rock and reach. So for rock and reach, we're going to have our feet split. So if you're in the chair, what I want you to do is just work on bringing a heel to the ground and then lifting to your toe. So you may not have your leg extended out far. It's going to be a heel toe kind of thing in the chair. If you're standing, maybe I'm going to go sideways with this. Move my blocks. If you're standing, what I want you to do is have your feet split. So the right foot is front and the left foot is back. And we're going to just take our right toes up to the sky and then come forward onto our left foot, let the left heel come up, and then all the weight is in the right foot. So you're just, in fact, you can also lift the arm up or lift the arm out and let your arm swing as you shift your weight. Your feet stay in the same place. You're just shifting your weight and you're using different parts of your foot. Your toes are lifting in the front and the heel comes up in the back. And the arm can go wherever you want, or maybe you don't want to use the arm. Just, again, it's like walking, right? But we're not getting anywhere. We're not even on a treadmill. The goal here is just to sort of work into the agility of the feet. Let's try something else. So come back to staggered feet. And we're going to bend the back leg, straighten the front leg, and bow. So you do a bow, and then come up and do the walk. Do the walk. Reach forward, and then bow. Come up and walk. Reach forward and bow the last time. Bow. And then come back up. Shake it up. We'll go the other side. So we'll start now. I had the right foot forward. Left foot forward. Actually, left foot. Yeah, left foot. I got to see what my watch is telling me, which is my right and which is my left. All right, so we're going to lift the toes, lift the heel. Lift the toes and lift the heel. So a rocking motion. In the chair, you can have again, we're doing heel toe lifts. All right, let's see if we can add a bow after the walk, after the shift. Okay, we're going to shift forward. Oh, I didn't use my arm. Shift back, bow, shift forward and walk. Do the whole walk. Shift forward and bow. So in the chair, when you bow, the toes can come up and maybe a little forward bend. Leg can be extended. This will be the last bow. And then come back up to stand. This last one I really love. I know my parents used to dance together a lot. They loved dancing. So I grew up dancing in my house. And one of the things they taught me was the square step. So they did it together. So one person would walk forward in a square while the other person was walking backwards in the square. So we're going to do square step. So have your chair to the right. Start in your mountain pose. And if you're in this seat, this one might be a little harder to do, other than you can just sort of move your feet one side, then the other side. Just move them around to what's available to you. But maybe try doing it standing, because we're not going to move real far. So watch what I do. I'm going to walk forward with my right foot, bring my left foot to meet it. Then I'm going to tell you to step your left foot away, bring your right foot to meet it. Step your left foot back, bring your right foot to meet it, and then step your right foot back over to the start. All right. You guys probably already know this, but it's kind of fun to do. So I'm going to call it out. Maybe we'll go two times each side. All right. So right foot steps forward, left foot meets it. You decide if you want to have your hands down on your hips. Left foot steps out, right foot meets it. Left foot steps backwards. Careful. Right foot meets it. Right foot steps side, left foot meets it. Now left foot steps side, right foot meets it. Left foot steps forward, right foot meets it. Right foot, left foot. Right foot back, left foot meets it. Left foot side, right foot meets it. Left foot front, right foot meets it. Right foot side, left foot meets it. Right foot back, left foot meets it. I didn't leave my room for my chair. And that's it. Let's just do a few empty coat sleeves, and we'll go back to our chairs for little yoga poses. And then a short shavasana. All right. Chair back on your mats or wherever they're stable, just not on a slippery floor. Legs can be wide in a V from the middle of your chair, or you can make them a V from the corner of your chair. You decide. I kind of like the corner one, um, just my preference. So let's bring your hands together in prayer. And then take those prayer hands and lift them up right through the center to where it's available to you to go as high as you go. And then turn them away from each other and reach one arm forward over the right knee and one arm back. The left knee is just pointing towards me. Warrior two. My ribs actually are, see how my ribs are twisted toward the left? My head turns to the right. This is warrior two. Let's bring the left arm down. The whole right arm turns up to the sky and reaches up and then reaches towards the back. And then come back to warrior two. From warrior two, bend that right arm, or you can use your hand on your thigh, bring your left hand to your hip, ribs face forward towards me, and we're going to hinge, whatever hinge is available. Maybe you have your arm straight to do that. Maybe you can bend the arm and hinge over. This hand, left hand on your hip, or maybe you want to bring it out to goalposts, or maybe you want to reach it up to the sky, or maybe you want to reach it over for your side angle. So lots of options for the arms. And then sweep that left arm back behind you, sweep the front arm up, gaze over the front fingers, warrior two. As you close your legs up, bring your hands back to prayer. Find your center, and then we'll step out to the other side. So now the right leg is pointing somewhat towards me. If you're straddling the chair, otherwise you're out in a V. Hands are in prayer, right in front of your chest, and then lift them up, sort of pressing them together, and then separate them out. Left hand above the left leg, right hand behind it, ribs twisting towards the front of your mat. Head looks over to the left, warrior two. Back arm down, whole front arm turns up. Lift up to the sky, reach up first, and then decide if you want to bend anymore. Reaching up is what we want. And then find warrior two again, arms forward and back. Hand, back of the arm, straight arm to the thigh on the left and the right hand to your hip. Ribs turn towards the front. You decide if you want to go to goalpost. If you're in goalpost, make sure the shoulder is open. If you want to reach straight up to the sky, or you want to reach over. So it's a side bend and a twist, which is not easy, okay? So don't force yourself into this position. Do what feels okay in your body. If it's a tiny bit of side bend, a tiny twist, that's fine. The goal is to feel the stretch up the whole right side of the body now. Come back to warrior two. Bring your hands together in prayer and bring your legs together. Sit back in your chair a little bit and just let your legs flop, flop, flop. Let your shoulders round and relax. And not round, circle. That's the round I mean, circle. Shake out however you want, and then settle back all the way back in your chair. So you can sit all the way back towards the support in the back and relax the shoulders, feet still grounded. If your feet don't touch the ground, bring them up to blocks. And here's where you get to do a little rest, Shavasana time. Just allowing the breath to be whatever it needs to be right now. And you can rest your hands wherever you want. You might want to give yourself a big hug the whole time. That's okay too. Close your eyes if that feels all right. And just feel the breath, feeling the ease of the breath in the body after all the movements we did to open your side body, open your heart space, your back body. And your heart rate might be a little up, so maybe it's going to take a couple of breaths to calm it down to a normal resting state. I'm just closing the eyes and enjoying a couple minutes of you and your body sitting quietly, not doing anything. Maybe just listen to the sounds in the room. That's the only thing you're doing. Breath is easy. Enjoy the rest. Enjoy the relaxation of your body. So the reading I have for the end of class today, it's by Ray Bradbury. We are cups, constantly and quietly being filled. The trick is knowing how to tip ourselves over and let the beautiful stuff out. Now start to deepen your breath. Maybe stretching your arms out wide, having a feeling of waking back up for your day, the rest of your day. Nice deep breaths. Move in any way that you feel helps you wake up. You can stretch your legs out too, roll your wrists and your ankles, turn your head side to side. And then let's close the class together with the sound of an Om. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Press your thumbs right into your heart center, fingertips pressing to the sky. Let's inhale deeply. When we exhale, we'll Om together. So inhale deeply. Om. Thumbs to your forehead for kind thoughts, to your lips for kind words. Palm over palm, right at your heart center. Fill yourself with love, gratitude, compassion, and then share that out with everybody around you and beyond that. Namaste. I'm going to stop the recording.